What is going on, everybody? David Productions 345 here. Hopefully the audio is good. Today I'm going to be doing a quick video on whether you should buy an RT over a Scatpack or a 392. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into the video. I hate long intros. So this right here is my 2013 Dodge Charger RT all-wheel drive. In this video, I'm going to be discussing the different features that the Scatpacks offer over the RTs and the advantages and disadvantages. Anyways, let's get right into this video, guys. This is my 2013 Dodge Charger RT all-wheel drive. I'm going to be basically comparing this to a Scatpack and kind of telling you guys the different features and options a car can have, like the RT versus the Scatpack. Obviously, a lot of people don't want to, if they're looking for a Charger, they don't want to get a V6. So if you guys want to get a V6, props to you, but this is going to be basically comparing the 5.7 Hemi to the 392. So the 5.7 Hemi was offered all the way back from 2006 all the way up to present 2023. They stopped making them in 24, obviously, but I'm going to be basically comparing an RT from 2011 plus, because the 392 was offered in 2012 plus. So I just wanted to do a quick layout of everything. Also, it's very cold in here. Car is off, but anyways, let's get right into the video, guys. I have everything written down on my phone. So number one, what are you looking for in a car? So are you looking for the most power, the best bang for your buck? Are you looking to get the cheapest V8 you can with options? There's a bunch of different scenarios you could put yourself in before you buy either of these cars. So when I bought this car, obviously my main reason for buying this one, number one, the price. Number two, the V8 all-wheel drive combination. I don't want to talk about that specifically because I have a separate video about the V8 all-wheel drive pros and cons. But my personal couple reasons for buying this specific RT was because they never offered the RT all-wheel drive past 2014. And I live in a colder area. Obviously, this weather is wild. It goes from snow, rain, dry. I say that's in almost a lot of my videos. The weather out here is kind of like crazy, so I wanted to get an all-wheel drive for the seasons. So real quick, the main difference, like the number one difference when you're comparing the Scat to the RT, is the RT has 370 to 375 horsepower. 2015 plus it changed. The 392 from 2012 to 14 had 470, and then the new Scats have 485. So if you guys look at the numbers, it's about 100 horsepower difference, 100 to 110 horsepower difference. Obviously, if you have a rear-wheel drive RT, there's just no comparison at all. The Scats are faster. You're not going to beat a Scat with stock for stock. So if you guys are looking for the best bang for your buck and the more power, obviously a Scat would be the better choice because you have 100 more horsepower. But this video is not going to be just saying the RT is trash, because obviously the RT has some advantages over the Scatpack. So another thing I want to talk about is the price difference. Obviously RTs will be cheaper than Scatpacks no matter the year. So from 2011 to 14, I was just going to say that this is the second gen. Guys, a lot of people say this. This is the 7th gen, but me, just like a lot of other creators, we all call this the 2nd gen because we were not alive for the earlier ones. So anyways, this generation of the 5.7 versus 392 is a lot cheaper. The 5.7s go for around like under like 15, 16K, and I've seen some 392s go for like 18 to 20 plus, depends on the miles, whatever. So the only way to get any of these cars is either getting them used or going to a dealer that still has some newer ones from last year, from the last calls. But guys, obviously the RT is going to be cheaper. Alrighty, guys, I forgot to mention this part of the video, but if you want the best bang for your buck, you want the most power, the best interior, just get a swap. Basically, it's a 392 engine, transmission, drivetrain, interior inside of an older car, whether that be a Charger, Challenger, 300. Basically, you can either get a CAD swap or a Scat swap. So it's pretty cool. I should have did that instead of buying an RT, but it is what it is. But basically, you can choose your interior. Like, you can just find a car with what the features you want. Like, it's a swap. It has a 392 engine, transmission, drivetrain, all of that inside of a Charger. Like, basically, like, it could either be like a base V6 Charger that swapped everything into, a 5.7 they swapped everything into. Cat swaps are the same thing. It's a Hellcat engine inside of an older 5.7, a V6 shell, any of that. So it's pretty cool that they have swaps. A lot of people do it in a lot of states in the US. I don't know about around the world, but I know in the US, especially in Detroit, A lot of swaps. Philly, there's a lot of swaps. New York, I don't see that many swaps around here, but you never know. Anyways, guys, let's get back to the video. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is options. So from 11 to 14, I have all the options except for the paddle shifters and then the LSD, the limited slip differential. So let me turn this on actually. So some of the options that I have include heated cooled seats, sport mode, heated cooled cup holders. I have navigation. And then I actually added the performance pages right here. So that's that. I also have an auto dimming mirror. I have blind spot alerts. I have mirrors that go down in reverse. I have heated mirrors. Let's see what else I have. I have adjustable pedals. There's the switch right here. I have memory seats right here. The steering wheel has the auto, it's the power steering wheel, so it goes up and down with this. I have power seats, driver, passenger. I have glove box light. I have heated rear seats. I have red interior, which is called lobster interior. I have a sunroof right here. I have the garage door opener here. I have the lights here. Oh, heated steering wheel. I have adaptive cruise control, which does not work. I need to fix that. And I think that is all the options that I can think of right now. So yeah guys, this is an option out RT. It has all the options besides the paddles. That's a one disadvantage. A lot of the newer cars, I think they all have paddle shifters. So getting an older one, obviously the 392s will have paddles, this one will not. But if you're like me, you can option out vehicle, you can have almost all the features that a newer RT would have. Besides, obviously the infotainment screen is different. I know that, guys. But the cool thing about these 11 to 14s, I mentioned in a lot of my videos, cluster swap. This is a new cluster from a 15 plus. So if you guys are looking for getting this year RT to 2011 to 14, but you want a newer screen, you can swap it. It's plug and play. I have a ton of videos on this exact swap right here. So that's that. All right, let's go into the next point because that was kind of a long point, but these are all the options for my car. I know the newer cars have more options. They have a different infotainment center, different climate controls, but the main stuff like the seats and then the auto dimming mirror, the mirrors. The new ones also have, I think, a lane departure warning, but I have the blind spot alert, which is pretty good, and a lot of stuff in here, guys. So if you guys are looking for a specific feature, RTs do have them. You just have to look for them. Also, if you guys don't have specific features, like for this year, you can actually add the performance pages, the SRT pages. It has like the timers and everything. It has the gauges. This is very convenient. The car just is in the run position. You guys can add the cluster. You guys can add other features like fog lights, enable. You guys can enable the backup camera if you don't have one. You can see putting the car in reverse. If you don't have a backup camera, you can enable that. That is all done with the Z Automotive Taser. I've done a couple of videos on this. Let me flip the camera on real quick. The Z Automotive Taser will give you features that Scats and SRT 392s and up have in your RT. So if you don't want to get all the extra stuff by paying the premium for it, you can get it with a Taser, or at least some of the stuff. The performance pages definitely are worth it. Even V6s can get them. So if you guys are making a decision based on, well, I can't get the performance pages, you still can. They're a lot cheaper to do it this way. And as you guys can see with mine, these are the performance pages that the SRTs had from 2012 to 14. And yeah, have them added to my RT. But at the same time, some features are limited specifically to the SRT. So for the 11 to 14 generation, there's actually two features that the SRTs had specifically. So number one is they had a track mode from 2013 and 14. Those are the SRTs that had it. So when you see this, it'll have like a two-stage button. The first one will say sport, next one track. They also had an adaptive suspension. So yep, in track mode it stiffens up. Also they had launch control. So you can launch your SRT. Obviously these don't have it. That's basically the only features that you cannot program with Alpha OBD or the Taser. Alpha OBD is very similar. It's like kind of dealership stuff inside a program on an Android phone. I have a video on how to program your miles. You can change your miles, especially if you do a cluster swap like this. Also guys, gas. So the 5.7 in the RTs, 87 is the base. A lot of people use 89 because they say it's recommended. I'm pretty sure 87 is recommended for the 5.7s. For the Scats though, it's 91. You gotta put premium gas in your Scat, which means that you'll be paying more money in gas. Unfortunately for me, I have a 93 tune. I could take it off, but I'm not going to. So I'm filling up with 93, so that does not really matter to me at all because it'll be the same price basically. But if you guys are buying a stock vehicle, Scat versus 5.7, I'm just gonna say 5.7 versus 392. 392 you have to pay more for gas. So if that's one of the main factors, if you're worried about price, definitely the 5.7 will be cheaper in gas, but not by that much. So a lot of people just throw 89 in it anyways. But guys, there are still more features that the 392 has over the 5.7. So obviously the horsepower difference, the suspension is different. The 392s have Brembo brakes, the 5.7s do not. So you'll have better stopping power, better acceleration power, and just overall a better performance experience in the 392. You'll have a limited slip differential. Some 5.7s I believe have them. But guys, if you want specific power is your main focus, 392 is obviously going to be the winner. You can modify a 5.7 more than a 392. You can push more boost in a 5.7. The block is stronger. It is proven. There's been research, all this other stuff. Make sure to check that out. But if you're looking for a stock versus stock car, the 392 will perform better. The 5.7 can be modified more. There's more that you can do to it because it's not basically like maxed out. So you can still modify a 392. I'm not saying that you cannot. I'm just saying it's easier in the 5.7 to modify. Alrighty guys, the next point I want to mention is maintenance costs. Obviously a 392 will cost more to maintain because it is different than a 5.7. It's a higher option, it's a higher trim. But how much though? So basically something like brakes. The 392s have Brembo brakes, so you'll be paying more for that. But guys, honestly, if I'm being honest, I feel like they're very similar in terms of maintenance costs, but the 392 will be a little bit higher than the 5.7, the RTs. Alrighty, so to finally sum everything up, the 392s have 100 more horsepower. They cost more to maintain. They are more expensive than an RT. They have more performance. RTs, you can get higher option out for cheaper. For RTs, they have similar interiors. They lack a couple features. You can add the taser to have some of those features, and it's cheaper to maintain. So guys, honestly, if you're looking for straight performance, as I mentioned before, 392 wins. If you're looking for a best bang for your buck with power, 392 wins. If you're looking for a starter entry-level V8 like I did, the 5.7 wins. If you're looking for an all-wheel drive, the 2011 to 14 5.7 wins. The 15 Plus has the better transmission with the 8-speed, but you cannot get the 8-speed with all-wheel drive. So the reason I bought my car, as I mentioned before, is because it's a V8 all-wheel drive. You can switch it with the taser. But guys, this video is not about that. This video is just basically comparing the 5.7 to the 392. 392 is better performance-wise. 5.7 is an entry-level V8. It's not that fast, guys, but it's not that slow. It's still a V8. It still makes V8 sounds. So if you guys are looking for an entry-level V8, get the 5.7. If you guys are looking to save money, get the 5.7. If you guys want performance and you guys want more power, get the 392. If you guys want to modify your vehicle more, like you want to do full bolt-on, get the 5.7. You can throw boost at it, and it'll perform a lot better than the 392. 392, you have to upgrade more internals because the internals are not as strong as the 5.7. Also, guys, there's very similar mods for each vehicle. Like you can get like basically similar mods. You can get headers, you can get a cam for either of them. I'm just saying though that the 5.7, since it has less horsepower, you can gain that 100 horsepower by just modifying it. So guys, that's my final summation of the whole debate basically between should you buy a 5.7 or should you buy a 392. Personally, everybody has their own situations, but if price is a factor, as I mentioned before, the 5.7 is not a bad deal. The 392 is obviously better performance-wise and all of that, but the 5.7, guys, do not sleep on it. Anyways, guys, that is the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys got some information out of it. Hopefully this was a helpful video for you if you're debating between getting a 5.7 and a 392. So anyways, guys, that's the video. If you guys want to check out some of my other videos concerning the 5.7, make sure to check them out. Top 5 things I love and hate, definitely make sure to check that out. I'll leave that linked. But there's a ton of features that I love about this 5.7. There's also a ton of features I wish I had in this 5.7. But anyways, guys, we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Make sure to like the video, make sure to subscribe, make sure to turn notifications on, share this video with your friends. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.